Hey everybody, welcome to Joy Bloom. I'm glad that you joined me today because we are making something very exciting. We're not just making a paper flower today, we are making a paper flower kit. The main mission of Joy Blooms is to spread joy and ignite creativity. One of the ways I like to do this is by visiting assisted living facilities, and I show up with a wagon full of flowers and I spread joy one flower at a time, literally. Recently, we've gotten a new opportunity to teach paper flower making at one of these communities. So I'm very excited that we will be able to put a kit together. I think I have 12 residents signed up for a class. So I was trying to think of what would be the easiest flower for them to make. And I came up with my first flower that I made, which was a paper daisy. And it's literally 3 sheets of tissue paper and you put it up on the stem, make a center, and then make some leaves for it. I think if each resident could have 2 flowers at the end of the 1-hour class, I think everyone would be pretty happy with that. This is the pattern. I'd like to make paper for these women. I learned originally using just plain old tissue paper. I think these look so much better with our own paper. And if I could make a gradient center coming out, I think that would look great for them. For their first flower, I think they'd be so impressed with themselves. These are 3 sheets of tissue paper. Each board that we put together will give me 8 flowers. The first thing I'm going to do is just glue. I'm just gluing these 3 sheets together. Then I was going to come back and maybe put some dye in the center for a cross so that the centers would have a little gradient. This is not the way I normally make paper flowers. I'm all about the grain of the paper has to go with the petal. So the fact some petals are going to have a horizontal grain doesn't thrill me, but this is the first flower I learned on. It's easy. It gives you that encouragement of I can do this, so you keep trying. And honestly, they look so cute. So let's make them as cute as we can. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue this paper together. So this is a mixture of both Mod Podge Glossy and Mod Podge Matte, as well as water. So 3 times as much water as glue. So this is a very pretty pink. It looks like it's coming out. It's actually funny. I used 2 sheets of a light purple tissue paper and 1 sheet of pink. And it's really making a beautiful rosy color. So this is our basic gluing. I just want to ensure it went all the way through. So I mixed some Rit dye, and it's the eggplant color. I get this on Amazon, and I will put the link below. It doesn't cost you anything to use my affiliate link, but it does support me and my business. I'll also put the link to these below. They are so helpful. They let you really focus where you want to add your dye. And I used to try to do it with a spoon or with a paintbrush, but I really find these to be literally so pointed of where I want to put the dye. So I'm just going to see what happens. I've never done this. And again, she doesn't wear the rubber gloves. I'm going to go with that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this looks like it's working. We'll see in 72 hours what this paper is going to look like. All right, so now I need to make sure I give myself enough room down here. It definitely wants to run away when you drop it on. I'm hoping this shows up. I'm wondering if I should have made it a little more pronounced. So I keep going back to get the circles a little darker, but I'm digging it. So this is my first sheet. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to cover this up with parchment paper. I'm going to make a few more layers of different papers, and then we will open this up in 72 hours. I love how the different colors came out, but now I'm cutting them into 4x4 squares so that they can cut out the patterns. Just always making sure that you're on a straight line. So once I have all my strips cut, flip them together with one of my craft clips. I'm just going to cut them into our 4x4. And I will end up with 8 flowers worth. So for each flower, I'm also going to need a crepe paper center, similar to this. just that they can fringe. So I'm trying to pick a complementary color, green with the pink. The green is pretty versatile. It would go with the purple as well. These kind of go nice together. So I'm just kind of cutting a bunch of strips out that would eventually be fringed like this. So it's 1 inch by 22, 23 inches. So now we're ready to start the daisy leaves for our kits. I'm using 6 sheets of tissue paper, which is a pretty thick leaf. I'm using a very dark green tissue paper, a light green tissue paper, 2 yellows, an orange, and a white. I don't know, the way my brain works, I think this is gonna be a good green daisy leaf color. You've seen me make leaves before. This is my standard process. I've cut 6 layers of tissue paper in strips, clipped them together, folded it up in half so that I can stick the wire in between the 6 layers. I'm gonna go ahead and start to just very lightly with a little tacky glue on the end of the wires, and I'm just gonna start to place them, the wire about halfway up that strip, and I should fit 11 here. You would think I measure, but I don't. I eyeball it. I'm actually gonna get 12 on here, which makes me worry I put them a little too close. So I don't even fold the top half down until I finish the whole board because I have sticky fingers. $10 on that one. So now I'm just gonna fold down those top 3 layers and remove my paper clips so that I can glue these layers together. Now we're ready to glue these. Ooh, Mod Podge Booger. A nice light stroke. And don't worry if you're gonna go through all the way, because we're actually gonna flip the paper over, so you will definitely get the glue all the way through it. Here we go. Easy breezy. Just don't think about it. And you can see it did not penetrate all the way through, so I'm glad we're doing this. See, you can see it did not go all the way through. But the reason we pre-glued the wires in is so that we can do this. You just do it like a quick swoop, and it holds together somehow. So again, real lightly, go over, especially where you see that it's still dry. And I have to say, okay, my crazy color chemistry, but it's a nice green to these leaves. So that's one board done. And I'm gonna cover this with parchment paper, some white paper just to help absorb. I'm gonna do another cardboard box and repeat this whole thing. So I'll end up with a little over 80 leaves, I'm hoping. To show you what's in the kit, each resident will get 2 centers. They're going to make 2 flowers. So this kit, I actually gave them 2 different shades of paper. Most of them are only 1 shade of paper, and they'll have 2 pieces of green to cut out the star. Also included already 4 leaves taped, already done for them. And I gave them just 1 piece of a good arm's length of floral tape so that they can attach the leaves. So when you open the kit, you're going to see you'll have 2 completed centers already. And what I did with that was I had initially put in a piece of crepe paper for the residents to fringe themselves. And once my mom and my sister had tried it, they felt that maybe I should do it for them. But just so you know the process, so this would be it, and then I would just put some tacky glue and wind this around a stem. So that's the finished center, and that's what's in each kit. Gather the points on each petal. And they're gonna have to do this on all 3. So I'm really just squishing it between my fingers, cover this with some glue, and you don't need that much. And then they're going to take the first petal and poke a little hole in the middle and slide it up. And then to hide the larger center where the bud is, you just kind of start pushing it all against it and scrunching it. And it really doesn't matter. You can't mess it up. So you're just going to attach it and squeeze it around. And if you want to go back and kind of open some of the petals, that's fine. It can also put a clamp on it. So while that was drying, you can cut out the star. The little spritz of water, I did get everyone a little water bottle. They can just get familiar with this tool and how to use it. So I think this will look great. And they also can practice on leaves, and they can just start to learn how to curl. Now for the next petal, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to cover this with a little glue and poke a hole through and slide it on up. And the same thing, but you'll see you won't have to push it as much. And you also want petals to line up in between. So like right here, you want to make sure they alternate. And you kind of best to hold the center, because you can always fluff it back out. Hold your center and then push up the base. Just like that. Key is not too much glue or the paper is going to start to rip. So now you have one more to go. And again, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue. Doesn't need a lot of glue. See how little? And just pushing through the center. And again, holding the center and pushing. And this one you push a lot less. And just make sure your petals line up and turn it however you want so that they fill that gap. So that's their flower. And now that cute little bottom that you made, we're just going to put a little glue and slide this down. So the only thing they're going to want to do is the leaves that they curled, turn one way, the other this way, and they can put them like that. And then with their piece of floral tape, this will be the first time that they're learning how to tape something. This was a really fun project to put together, to put some thought into, but I'm inspired that it could be so easy to teach someone how to make a flower that would make them feel successful. Hope that you are inspired to try to put a kit together and have some girls over and have a flower making party. This is so easy. Everyone will leave with a little flower. You could even have little single bud vases from the dollar store and give everyone. Great little idea. Daisy 101 kit. That's what I'm calling it. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.